Mr. Irrelevant, live on the air. And for the full review of all the picks that we've made, the sheep are picking right now. And then our pick comes up. How's everybody doing today? If you come in, please hit that like button. If you're new, welcome. We are Platform 246. Again, I'm trying to make sure my son's logo is in the stream, son, but I also got to rep the gang. And my shirt's old. I bought it right when we were at the last Super Bowl. Attempted to win the Super Bowl 2 years ago. Bought it for that game. And unfortunately, we didn't win. So I'm not buying another one until we get that bowl. I'm going to wear this shirt till it dies. So let's see. But gang, y'all know what it is. I think we had a good draft. Hit that like button if you're coming in, please. It's still live and running right now. Don't know exactly who we're going to pick. I think we've had a decent draft, highlighted by Drake Jackson. Out of USC. Defensive end. Drafted as a linebacker, but he's going to be expected to be a person that is on the other side of the line. Pick is in. Let's go. NinerGang, don't bang. And then we're going to go over every pick one by one here on this live. We're going to literally go through each pick one by one, see who we have, what's their name, what school do they go to, thoughts on them. Pick is in. Let's see who it is. Mr. Irrelevant. How the hell did we end up with pick number 262, the well-known Mr. Irrelevant of the NFL draft? I don't know if that's ever happened for us before. And I don't know if the draft will happen again here in Las Vegas where I reside ever again too. Since I saw them doing a lot of Vegas shit. They did Vegas shit. Somebody got married today on the stage here at the draft, some couple. I saw a lot of Elvises in the crowd when I was there on Thursday. I saw Mr. Irrelevant, son of a bitch. How did that happen to us? I don't like it. I don't like this old lady coming out to announce it either, but I don't like it. And he's coming out. He gets a jersey that says Mr. fucking Irrelevant. Number 262. What in the fuck is that? Melanie Salata Fitch. She has 4 names and 49er red. Gang. NinerGang don't bang.
Mr. Irrelevant 2022 with the 262nd
She's struggling.
in the 2022 NFL Draft. The San Francisco 49ers select Brock Purdy, a quarterback from Iowa State. Go Niners!
There you go. We've been talking about Trey Lance and Jimmy Garoppolo. They signed another quarterback here in Brock Purdy. Started 47 games at Iowa State.
What in the fuck? So that must be our. Let me see, Mr. Purdy. Let me see what you got, Brock. He's 6 feet. What? Jimmy Garoppolo 2.0.
The issue at times he can hold the ball a little bit too long at times and take some sacks.
He holds the ball and takes sacks. He must be our practice squad quarterback. Let's see what he's got.
I still really highly rank you. Remember DJ, one of those 5-star type prospects.
He throws better than Jimmy. I saw one pass. He throws better than Jimmy. All right. So we take a quarterback. Wow. All right, folks. Well, the draft has concluded. Finally, for the first time, we get. Yeah, they just drafted a quarterback. What does that mean? Do you know what you have done, John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan, to this fan base? Do you know what drafting that quarterback is going to do? Well, you gave Nate Sudfeld like $3 million, 3 M's. When you have Trey Day, when you have Jim A, do you know what that's going to do to Twitter is probably ablaze right now that we drafted a quarterback. You know what's going to do? It's going to make my Facebook timeline have nothing but likely our people start to say, and I don't mean our, I said our, as in the letter, all up and down Facebook. See, they drafted the quarterback because Trey Lance is not going to be good enough for the team. And this, holy hell, we drafted a quarterback with Mr. Relevant. Well, what I'm going to always say back to every single time I see on that post, and hopefully I stay out of Facebook jail while I do that, folks, is say, well, he was drafted as Mr. Irrelevant, so I doubt he sees a goddamn thing. You know what I'm saying? That's going to be my response. And I'm going to sit. Thank you, John and Kyle, though. I love it. I thank you so much for that. So we're going to go over right now as I get myself together, try to gather myself, folks, after that. And then also, I'm sure they're going to have a press conference today. Young John and Kyle. I will go ahead and, of course, I watched the one from last night. I watched the one from today. Hopefully find out why they took a quarterback. And then I'll come with a video recapping both of those press conferences probably later on this evening on the channel. So look out for that one. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Thank you so much for coming in. Hit the like button if you happen to come in. We're going to go ahead and go over the full NFL list of everyone that we drafted. We just drafted a goddamn quarterback. You're going to rip this fan base apart, John and Kyle. What are you doing? Hit the like button for John and Kyle's picks. For us picking, first of all, for us having Mr. Irrelevant on the 49ers. How did that happen? I know we had a lot of late round picks, and we should blame Trey. And then how ironic is it that, not in a bad way, shout out to you, Trey. Shout out to the captain. Shout out to the quarterback. But we should blame Trey because we're in the draft position we are this year because we picked up Trey last year, right? So then fitting or ironic or coincidental or all of those things that it would be that we would draft a quarterback with Mr. Irrelevant. Now, I want to be here to go over all the picks here in like 2 minutes, including Brock, whatever his last name was, Brock Lesnar. I guess we got Brock Lesnar. Of course, he's only 6 feet tall, this quarterback, so I don't know what he's going to be doing. I'm assuming that's our new practice squad quarterback. Who's the odd man out? Leave it in the comments for me if you see anything in your mind as far as who that person could be. Leave it for me in the comments and let me know. Who's the odd man out on the team? We have 4 quarterbacks on our squad now, folks. 4. We have 4 quarterbacks on the roster under contract. Can we cut him after training camp? Maybe they drafted him to get him into these little camps and shit that we got coming up since James is not going to be able. Kyle and John are geniuses. First of all, I want to apologize. The little epic rant I just went on right there wasn't even really that epic. It really wasn't even much of a rant. It was more of an outburst. But the outburst that I just went on was for no reason. I know why they drafted that young kid, that quarterback, so that he can play in the preseason, but mainly so that while James is rehabbing his arm through the first parts of OTAs and mini camp and practice camp and half camp and mini practice and, all those different things that they do, all those iterations of football that we love, that whet our appetite up until the real football starts. And shout out to Las Vegas. The city I currently reside in is all over TV. It looks gorgeous out there, the Bellagio. Shout out to Las Vegas for y'all not acting the fool. The cops did tell me to put my weed out while I was there, as well as a Seattle Seahawks fan couple right next to me. They caught me with my weed, right? Walked up to me and said, "Sir, put that out, sir." I said, "All right, no problem." He said, "Sir, put that out," as he walked up to me. I said, "Cool, no problem." I put it out. He walks right next to me to the couple next to me. They're smoking. Clearly, they already caught all of us, right? They're smoking a blunt. Nice little Asian couple, except for their liking of their football teams, which was, again, were the Shithawks. So nice little Asian couple right there next to each other, young, around my age, 40-ish or something like that. All ganged out, geared it out, looking kind of fly with their matching shit. But of course, it was a Seahawks, so it made me almost want to throw up. And I had to put my blunt out in front of the police, so that further made me want to throw up. That almost got me, into some shit. So, but they tell him to put it out. He had already dropped the blunt. It was like a little joint. He dropped the little joint and then tried to step on it real quick before she could see. And we're gonna get to the pics right now, folks. He dropped a little joint, tried to step on it real fast and shit, like the cop didn't see. And like he didn't have nothing. He was going, I don't got that. I don't got that. Motherfucker, he saw you smoking already. He saw me smoking. He walked up to me. You were standing 3 feet from me to my left. He walked up to me and said, "Sir, put that out." And I was fucked. Cops caught me with a blunt in my hand. That's never happened to me before in my life. But it happened on Thursday. So I bent down, I put it out, and then I looked to the people that I knew were smoking right next to me, and I see what was gonna happen to them. And what happened? He walked up to them and said, "Sir, nigga, just put." He didn't say, "Put your hands behind your back." He said, "Put the blunt out. We know what's happening. Just put it out. Put your joint out." Actually, because they were smoking a joint. I smoke blunts. They were smoking a joint. Put it out. I don't got nothing. He's all like 5'2". Put it out. He's nigga. Just put the shit out and stop playing around. All right. So NFL draft has concluded. We just took a quarterback. I don't know why. Actually, I do know why. We took that quarterback because James is going to be Crazy Juice. Shout out to Crazy Juice. Let me talk about that, Crazy Juice. Don't say that just yet. I was tripping as soon as they picked it, but let me see. My mind, as I started rolling this shit, it started telling me, all right, maybe this is why they did it. We all know what's up with Jimmy. And shout out to you, Crazy Juice, for coming in. Thank you. Hit the like button if you haven't. If you're new, welcome to the channel. Welcome to one of my streams. I think we picked that person because James is not going to be ready to play in the middle of May with OTAs, half practice, junior practice, mini camp, junior mini camp. He's not going to be. Jimmy Garoppolo's not going to be ready for that. So we have just 2 quarterbacks on the roster. Jimmy might not be ready to throw into late June, July, or whatever, but late July or something like that, right? Maybe early August. He's going to be rusty. Is Jimmy going to be really even ready for the preseason games? I don't think we know that. So I think that they drafted that. First, I was pissed. And he's only 6 feet tall, folks. I mean, I don't even think he's going to be practice squad. Or he could be our practice squad quarterback, for all we know, right? He could be literally, because Nate Sudfeld got $3 million last at the end of the season. He got a. You're always on CG channel? Well, I do. I'll be on with CG on Monday. Actually, CG and I and 2 other people, maybe some other folks come in too. We do a show every Monday. So I don't know if I've seen you in there, but salute to you and thank you, Cecilia, for coming to my stream. I'll see you on Monday, hopefully. Yeah, we're gonna be live on Monday, really breaking down the draft again. So, but I think they took that quarterback specifically so that he can either be our practice squad quarterback or just have 3 quarterbacks on the roster when James is gone. Jimmy's not going to be ready to play even into August, maybe. And then we need quarterbacks for the preseason games. Yes, Trey's going to be supposed to be the one taking two series and getting up out of there. And then Nate Sudfeld, who got 3 M's, $3 million at the end of this offseason. So he has a job on this fucking team. He got $3 million, and he's set to be, I'm assuming, the first backup to Trey. We as fans, I know, because I'm gonna hold this shirt no matter how wash it and how fucked up it gets until we get another Super Bowl. We feel with the team, and we feel with everything that they do, the Debo shit, the Jimmy shit, the everything. We saw that pick, we're like, what in the fuck? That's what I did right at the start of the stream. Don't go back to the beginning, but you can watch it later. I started live just to catch the last pick because it's called Mr. Irrelevant also. We've never had that, I don't think. The last pick of the draft, called Mr. Irrelevant with a jersey that said Mr. Irrelevant. So I wanted to get that live. This live started to go over the draft right before the pick, and I'm like, what the fuck? A quarterback? But it does make sense. We only have, really, if Jimmy leaves, 2 quarterbacks on the roster. We actually needed a quarterback. Think about it. Stop right there and just think. Unless Jimmy stays on the team, right? And he's the backup. They Sutfield's third string, Trey's first string, and then they cut that guy at the end of the preseason. And it's no harm, no foul. He's a 7th round pick. And who else what are we going to take? You never know. He could be the backup forever or something like that. We never know. So let's go into who we did take, folks. And thank you, everybody, for coming in. If you are new, if you're just coming in, accidental or otherwise, thank you. Welcome. I'm Lawrence. Hit the like button for me. Share the video so people can talk about it. We're just going to go over the picks. So first up, Drake Jackson. Someone, linebacker out of USC. He is apparently from Compton, which is actually where I was. Smoke. Okay, so who is that? Is that somebody that because that's something we all need to talk about. I got to interview one free agent. What's going on, SG Sports Talk? How are you doing? Welcome in. Thank you so much for coming in. Yeah, we're just going to go over the picks now. I was live at the start to talk about the fucking quarterback that we just took. I am very well. Thank you so much for asking. How are you? Good to see you. Thank you for coming in. Just talk about that quarterback. But then I started to calm down a little bit and say, actually, we needed that. We needed a quarterback. Because if James leaves, then we only have 2 quarterbacks. That means if one gets injured, which would be, unfortunately, you know who. I'm very glad to hear that. Salute to you. And thank you so much. Again, folks, if you're coming in, if you don't mind, hit the like button for me. Say hello. I would appreciate it. We're going to go over the picks in a moment. I know we took a quarterback. Some of you might be thinking that's bullshit, but calm down. Because actually, no, we needed a quarterback. We have 2 on the roster if things happen right. You know, if Jimmy gets up out of there. Thoughts on Spencer Buford? I watched a couple of highlights of Spencer. That he's gonna be nasty, I think. Smoke is a safety from Auburn, says Crazy Juice. And SG Sports Talk asked thoughts on Spencer. So with Spencer, I think he's gonna be a monster. That might be our right guard. I don't know, Quentin Nelson was a 10th pick or some shit like that. But I saw nastiness in that Quentin Buford. And then also one of them linemen that we got was dancing around like Chris Brown earlier. I'm pissed that Christian Watson went to the Packers, by the way. I was hoping for us, but they took him the second he was available. And then as far as what else do we ask? Smoke Monday. Smoke Monday is a safety from Auburn. Okay. I'll take an undrafted free agent safety without a doubt. Do you guys think, Jaquiski's coming back? Or are we not confident in Huff and Talanoa to be the starter? Because I think that's where they're headed. Danny Gray is Marquise Goodwin, but better, I believe. Maybe not as Marquise Goodwin thought he had world-class speed. So, but apparently this kid ran a 4.33, and he at 15 years old, he won the state 100 meters or something like that, I heard. So I'm pretty sure he's going to be an excellent player, and I think that's what they needed, or what they were hoping Marquise Goodwin was. Or even in some cases, Emmanuel Sanders. He had the moves. They got him downfield. Jimmy couldn't give him the ball. Not a joint. I'll smoke joints, SG. SG asked me if I'm smoking a joint. I'm smoking a blunt right now. And folks, if you're just coming in, please hit the like button for me. I really appreciate it. No, this is a blunt. I was smoking a blunt on Thursday at the draft, live at the draft, about the 5th or 6th pick. Cops came right up. Whoop! Put that out, sir. I said again, no problem. Y'all didn't tell me to put my hands behind my back. We cool. Put the shit out. Couple right next to me, try to act like they wasn't smoking. He just stood there for them like for 2 minutes because they were like, I'm not even doing anything. I'm not even doing it. He just said, put it out, put the shit out. He didn't even tell me to throw it away. I put the shit out and put it right in my fucking pocket, right in his face. He didn't say shit. Walked over to them. They dropped it on the ground, stomped all on it, and was like, I didn't have nothing. I was like, he saw you. Derek Dees Jr. from San Jose State says, SG, what position do they play? I wonder what Jimmy and Well, who? I don't know nothing about Derek Dees. Give me your thoughts, please. Let me know your thoughts, SG, on Derek Dees. What position do they play? And I'm gonna get into that. We got tight end. I'll take it. I wanted a tight end. I thought they were gonna maybe try to kick the tires on that kid from UCLA, but he probably got taken in some other rounds. I would like another tight end. I think we need one. I think we have nothing behind Kittle right now, or even next to him. In a double tight end set, we don't have a good second tight end. If Kittle gets hurt, which he gets hurt often, we don't have a good backup. I think, the two that we have, their names escape me right now. I don't care. But the two that we have, they're like, one is good. Charlie Warner and y'all know who it is. Warner is good at blocking, and the other one's good at catching. They're not both equally, you know what I'm saying? The next Gronk, I would like that, man. I hope shit. And we got to remember, we got undrafted free agency coming, immediately after the draft. They start picking up players, which we can probably get into. But the first pick that we got, Drake Jackson, linebacker out of USC. Now, me personally, I'm from the same, well, at least I was born there. Robert Gronkowski 2.0 says SG Sports Talk. Drake Jackson on the other side of the ball, who, if we did sign him, would be covering him, is born in Compton. I'm from Compton, so I like that. He went to UCLA. I was born in Compton. He has a big-ass Compton tattoo on his forearm. So shout out to you, sir. Welcome to the NinerGang. NinerGanger don't bang. Write it in the chat. Remember it. Write it down. Take a picture. I don't mind. But just remember, NinerGanger don't bang. That's all that matters. So we got a linebacker who's actually going to be converted to our defensive end. And hopefully he's going to end up being our next D forward. Second, we got Terrion Davis-Price, a running back. What does that say? What is everybody's thoughts on us drafting another running back, not to mention right in the third round? SG says again that they like my bald head. SG says that to me often. SG, with all the compliments that you give me, I need to ask you, are you a male or a female? I need to know that, please. Leave that in the chat. But Terrion Davis-Price, running back at LSU, looked like he had some speed, but looked like he had more power than anything. He might be the thunder to, of course, Elijah's lightning. So I'm hoping that that's what kind of pick that is. So shout out to him. Now we have Jermichael Hasty on the team. Good. Is your hair bald, or what kind of hairstyle you got, homie? What's your hairstyle? Or if you're bald gang and beard gang represent. It's no problem. Just I had to make sure. So Terrion Davis, running back at LSU. Again, I think that's going to be our short yardage back. Maybe our, inside the 5, inside the 10 running back. I'm hoping so. And then we got Danny Gray. So my thoughts on Danny Gray are, again, that person could be our Marquise Goodwin. Long hair. Lucky you. Lucky you, SG. I would like to have some long hair too, SG, but I can't, okay? I don't have the option. So, but Danny Gray, wide receiver out of SMU. I think that's Southern something University. He's a burner. He's not at 6 feet tall, so this is a perfect wide receiver for Kyle Shanahan. Fast and under 6 feet tall. He loves those sons of bitches. So welcome Danny Gray to the team. Again, I think he's going to be somebody that's going to be able to take the top off. Now, we have Trey Lance, someone who has a cannon. I couldn't tell you. You might want to Google it. Google it, SG. So Danny Gray, speedster, former 100-yard dash winner. SG wants to know tips. If anybody knows tips on how to get a six-pack, leave it in the chat for SG. I'd appreciate it. Then next up, we got Spencer Buford, offensive tackle from UTSA. I think Spencer Buford is going to be a beast. I think he's going to be our right guard of the future. I think he's going to be protecting Trey Lance for a long time. If I had to guess, I watched a few of his highlights, a few stats. And if you're just coming in, folks, please, if you don't mind, hit that like button, share the video. Thank you so much for coming in. I'm Lawrence. This is Platform 246, and we're trying to go over the draft. So we have Spencer Buford, offensive tackle. Now, I think he's going to probably kick inside or move inside, if I'm not mistaken, at least to start. I think this player is going to be pushing everybody that we drafted over the last couple of years. Aaron Banks, Jalen Moore. I think that Spencer Buford is set to push them for playing time this year. As we all know, right now, it's like Aaron Banks is the starting right guard for us this upcoming season. So hit the like button if you're down with Spencer Buford. Don't if you want Aaron Banks to be the starter next year. Because to me, I I think that person has the ability to literally put that job out of reach for both Jalen Moore, who would have been starting for the right tackle if Mike McGlinchey's not ready, and then of course Aaron Banks. So Spencer Buford, look out for him. He could even be replacing Laken Tomlinson. What if do you think that Spencer Buford possibly can be Laken Tomlinson's replacement? Folks, leave that in the chat for me. And then we got 5th round, Samuel Womack, cornerback out of Toledo. That person is supposed to be possibly our next inside. Spencer Buford, I think, yeah, Crazy Juice, I sincerely think that person is going to be our starter. I really do. CG, I believe, interviewed that person before the draft. Am I not mistaken? If you haven't got a chance to see that, check out CG Ruthless Sports. Also, I do a show with him on Monday, and you were talking about him. I believe, specifically, that person actually got interviewed by CG before he got drafted to us. So that's really amazing. And shout out to CG for that. So Spencer Buford, I think he's going to be dominant. And then Samuel Womack, I think that's a person that's going to be replacing K'Wan Williams as our slot corner. I watched his interview today after he got drafted. Saw his, little skit and everything with his family, or his, the playback of what happened with his family. And they were all really, really excited. And then he got on with the 49ers. Yep, CG did do an interview with him. I thought he did. Yep. CG's been on the grind. I'm trying to get like CG one day. I'm trying to be like CG when I grow up. So Samuel Womack, I saw his interview today, and he was really excited. He said he's a lockdown, shutdown corner, but he's also getting better and better at zone protection, which we do play some still too. But he had already talked to them about playing inside and playing on special teams. So I believe him being on special teams and then playing inside, he'll get acclimated to our style, and then maybe be a good solid nickel back for us too. So we got round 6, number 187, a pick we picked up from Denver. Nick somebody help me the fuck out. Nick Zachelis. What the hell is that? Nick Zach. And I fancy myself a pretty good damn reader. Well, thank you so much. I think Jackson was our best overall pick. I just missed that. My apologies. Yeah. And please write in the comments what you folks think was the best pick for us in this draft. Out of all the picks that we made, who was the best pick? Whether it be because it was a first rounder and they had the best talent, or second rounder for us, they had the most talented, the brightest future, or you think it was one of these people who we picked late? Was it the quarterback? Was Mr. Relevant our best pick by any chance? Let me know. So Nick Zakej, offensive tackle out of Fordham. So we got him and Spencer Buford of both. Yeah, I know I can read it. I'm reading it here. I just can't pronounce it. I don't know how to pronounce it. I can't hear your voice, so I don't know how to pronounce it. I could put on a Google pronounce or some shit like that. Maybe that would help me, but it doesn't seem to be that way. But let me know, who do you folks think was the best pick that we made, the most just consistent pick with how they usually do things, and who's going to bring us the best value? Was it Drake Jackson because he was our first pick, so we assume he's the most talented with the most upside? Was it the quarterback, who could be on here for a long time as a backup or a practice squad player, or was it one of these linemen? But yeah, Nick is another offensive lineman. So they what we do, we definitely want to make sure that we get a chance to protect our quarterback, whomever it may be next year starting. And I'm not going to put my personal choice out there; it's irrelevant. Like Mr. Relevant, the quarterback we took this year, Zakej. Boom. I appreciate you. Thank you. Zakej. It looks like Zakej based off SG. Thank you, SG, for spacing that out for me sincerely. And Crazy Juice says I don't know how to read it either, to be honest with you, but I do now. Well, thank you. My 49ers shirt, I bought this shirt for the Super Bowl, the 2020 Super Bowl. That's why it's a little dusted. Well, I wash my clothes. You dig what I'm saying? I don't, So it's been washed and worn quite a bit. A lot of Sundays, a lot of streams of up and down, whatever, other videos that I've done. Right. Trade Jimmy, SG says. Shout out. So, but I will not buy another one until we are in that next bowl. I thought I was going to get to buy one a couple of months ago, but I will not. I'll never do away with it, but I'm not going to get a new one until we get back to the bowl. So, Zakej is on the team. He's an offensive lineman. He's pushing these Jalen Moores, these Aaron Banks, these people that we drafted, these last McKivitz and shit. Is McKivitz still on the team? We need to get rid of some of these people. And I think that we took some linemen in the draft this year that maybe give us opportunity to do that. So we got Samuel Womack. That's going to be our slot cornerback. They've kind of already said that they told him, and he's going to be our special teamer. And then we got Zach. Fucking hell. Nick Zakej. Thank you to SG for making that right for me. And then we got what is these fucking names? Kalia Davis. I didn't hear all the picks. I was just doing different shit all throughout the days and stuff. Am I pronouncing that right? Kalia Davis, defensive tackle. Now I saw his highlights. That's a little monster. That was a little wrecking ball. He had a little fat belly, like I do. I said I don't have a 6-pack at SG. I got a dad bod. So, but he was a little bowling ball. He was fucking people up. Who's Trayvon Walker? We're only gonna do thoughts on our team, on our squad, SG, the Niners. Oh, well, who's your team? Let me. Your name is SG. Put that in the chat for me, bro. I'm not sure. I gotta make sure that. I don't know if we've ever discussed that here on the platform 246. But we got Kalia Davis, defensive tackle. He was wrecking things in the thoughts. I try to have a sense of humor. A sense of humor is really fucking life. If you don't have a sense of humor, you probably gonna be ass out. Because life is hard. Shit. So unless you play in the league, unless you play for the gang, NinerGang or don't bang. Oh, so but Nick, and then we got the Kalia Davis. So he was a little short, stubby defensive tackle. He was fast. And he was just hitting hard. You remind me a little of Kevin Givens. Maybe that's who we getting to replace DJ Jones. I'm hoping, maybe. Rotation with Ken Law and Armstead. But he was a shorter, stubby. He could play some ball. So that's our defensive tackle we picked up. And then we got Tariq Castro Fields, cornerback out of Penn State. Everything that I saw online, as soon as he got picked, people were happy with that, saying that it was a steal and that possibly he could be the steal of the draft for period, or maybe just for us, maybe our best overall pick. So I'm an Ohio State fan. I've seen him play against us. He has some dog in him. I don't know how great he is or will be, but he's not afraid of shit. I can tell you that much. I've seen his little ass play. So we picked up Tariq Cash. I like him. I think I like him. I definitely like him for our team. So what we've done all off season. I know we all wanted sexy picks, sexy moves. But really, I feel our team is already sexy. That's why we don't do shit like that. So we shored up, we're going to the best special teams in the league. Thank you. Crazy Juice says, I think Tariq Castro Fields is a steal. I do too. He may be starting for us or rotate. He may not be just playing special teams. And you got to remember the speed that we got on this team with the rookies. Danny Gray is playing the wide receiver. Danny Gray is playing special teams. You know he is. Danny Gray is going to be coached up to be a gunner. He runs a 4.3. So are these running backs that we took, maybe these corners, all these people are going to play on special teams because we have a good team. Hell yeah, I'm a Buckeyes fan. Oh, fucking A. Hell yeah. Born in Compton, California, but I love me some Niners, Lakers, Dodgers, and Buckeyes. You know what I'm saying? They don't do nothing else. Niners, Lakers, Dodgers, Buckeyes. Nothing else. So when we got Nick Bosa, I damn near shit myself, obviously, right? I wanted Joey. I wanted it, I always want Buckeyes all the time. Yeah, I wanted Chris Olave, blah, 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 blah. So, but anyway, Tariq Castro Fields, I've seen him play against my Buckeyes. We still smoked his ass, but it was Chris Olave and Goodwin, and it's Ohio State. So, but aside from that, he has some dog. I watch this. That's what they got. They got players who are dogs, who love football, who have good football IQ. They like speed, and that's what Kyle said yesterday on the phone. I watched him tell two people that speed and toughness, speed and toughness, speed and toughness. That's what we like on this team. In any position they can get it in, and I think that they did that, including maybe with our seventh round pick and the final pick of the draft. We have never had Shardall. SG, leave Shardall alone. Shardall's not part of our world anymore, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Excuse me. My apologies, folks. Leave Chardall alone. Shout out to Chardall. Wherever you're at, Chardall, hope you're safe. And then we got quarterback Brock Purdy out of Iowa State. I've never seen him play. He's only 6 feet tall. Kyle doesn't want anybody to be too many people on the team to be taller than him. That's what it is. That's what it is. I believe it. I don't like it, but I believe it. Kyle wants to be one of the taller people in the building. So anyway, we got Brock Purdy, quarterback out of Iowa State. When I initially heard that as I sat here, and it's at the top of the string. So watch it back, folks, after. Hit the like button if you're just coming in. Thank you so much for coming in, chilling with me for a minute, going over the actual draft. At the top of the stream, can you kick SG? SG Sports Talk says they're going to be replacing Robbie Gould as a kicker. We'll see. Get in the lab. But I actually was live right when my live started is when we took Brock Purdy. And I, like, what the fuck? But I started thinking about it, and I said, wait a minute. We only have 2 quarterbacks, in my heart anyway. I know we have 3, but only 2 of them are in my heart. And that's Trey Sudfeld. That's our couple of quarterbacks. I don't recognize the other one. That person doesn't love me like I love them anymore. Crazy You says they like a lot of football teams. SG Sports Talk says they want to play football for the 49ers. SG, so do I. I was born to play football for the 49ers. I'm just not going to ever do it. But, I like one college team, Ohio State. That's where Nick Bosa came from. So I was very happy with that. But we picked a quarterback today out of Iowa State, and I was upset at first. I was pretty pissed off, irritated. Like, why did they do that? I know he's caught Mr. Relevant for a reason. So he may not even be on this team come September 1st. Secondly, we only have technically 2 quarterbacks. If God willing, if God is good, God is great. We only got 2 quarterbacks on this team right now, named Trey and Nate. So that means if one of them gets hurt, we have no backup quarterback. We have no practice squad quarterback. That's our practice squad quarterback, is he not? Because they gave Nate Sudfeld $3 million this year. Guaranteed, like he's on the team. Like he's not, like he's the backup. That's what they're trying to do. Nate Sudfeld's the backup. Thank you. SG says they like my beard. You told me before, SG. I believe you. Thank you. I can't see your beard. Take a picture and send it in the chat so I can see what your beard and face look like, SG. So, but, Jimmy, when he leaves, we only got those 2 quarterbacks left on the team. So that kid that we just drafted today, Brock Purdy, can be our practice squad quarterback. Training camp quarterback this year. Preseason quarterback. Jimmy Garoppolo is not going to be ready to play until, maybe August, right? So we needed a quarterback. I was immediately pissed. But then I breathed. I took a breath. And I was like, why did they do that? Oh, shit. Jimmy don't work here no more. So we need another quarterback anyway. Good job, Colin John. Good job. Snuck in there and took a quarterback with a What do you think the 49ers Twitter is doing? It's probably ablaze. It's probably on fire right now. They took a quarterback because they know Trey Lance sucks. I know that's what's all over the internet right now. I know it is. I haven't been on the internet since he was picked, but I know that's what's all over the internet. You see? I can stop coughing. I'm going to take a sip. The 49ers don't believe in Trey Lance. That's when they took a quarterback. That's all over the internet right now. Because people are silly. But still, I think it was a decent pick to take a quarterback. Why not? We only have 2. So, again, all of our picks. Brock Purdy, SG asked for thoughts on Brock Purdy. My thoughts on Brock Purdy is that he's going to be on the team depending upon how fast. Yeah, I'm with that. Crazy Juice says to talk about that quarterback. I think Brock Purdy was brought here because we are going to trade Jimmy for both of you, for both SG and you said Jimmy get traded for what? Crazy a 5th round. Yeah, and I would hope for better than that, but I'll take a 5th round pick. SG says they want to buy a Brock Purdy jersey. We don't know what number he's going to wear yet. He's number 262 right now, Mr. Relevant. So, but I think he'll be on the team. I think he's set for us for preseason, maybe our practice squad. Maybe he's gets a real contract and stays on the team, and he's our practice squad quarterback for good because the 2 quarterbacks to be up on game day every day are supposed to be Trey Lance and Nate Sudfeld. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I think he's going to be a real addition to the team. So to run down everybody again, round 2, Drake Jackson out of USC. Round number 3, Tyrion Davis-Price, running back out of LSU. 2 big-time schools. And then round 3, Danny Gray, speed wide receiver out of SMU. Round number 4, we have Spencer Buford, offensive tackle, UTSA. That could be one of our sleeper picks in this draft, too. He could be starting for us, if not this year. Damn, Saints signed. So Crazy Juice says Saints signed Smoke Monday, who's a safety that he was wanting. I'm going to try to catch up right now on who we're signing also after this. Maybe I can do a video on that later. I'm also going to watch I know John and Kyle did a press conference last night after they did the first couple of rounds of the draft for us. So I'm assuming they're going to do the same thing today. So I'm going to watch the one from today and the one from yesterday again together, just trying to refresh my memory. And then I will do a video up on the channel later, probably tonight, just kind of break it down what they said in the press conferences, the lies that they told us, because I know that's what they're doing. They're just lying and shit. But, excuse me, Samuel Womack next, cornerback out of Toledo. I think the 4th and 5th, we got George Kittle in the 5th round, folks. 5 across the eyes. 5th round, George Kittle. We took a cornerback in the 5th round this year who could be starting for us. CG got interviewed. Oh, really? Who? Can you tell me who? Crazy Juice says that we signed another player, CG interviewed. CG got me starting interviews. I just did my first one with Adams State player. Right below. EJ Labaz, just the other day. So then we have Samuel Womack, cornerback. Samuel Womack and Spencer Buford could literally be, the steals of the draft for us, seeing them with the round that they were taking in. Those could be our starters. Samuel Womack could be starting in place of Kawan Williams this year. And Spencer Buford could be starting probably anywhere on the line except for left tackle this year. And then we have Nick Zakesh, offensive tackle out of Fordham. Thank you to SG for that update earlier. And then we got Kalia Davis, defensive tackle. He's going to not be a starter, but I think he'll be playing on the line this year. For real, he's going to get playing time. He's not going to be on the bench. He ain't going to be on special teams because he's too short and stubby. But he's going to be playing for us this year, I believe. And he could be an impact player. So then we have Tariq Castro Fields, cornerback out of Penn State. And this could be possibly our biggest steal of the draft. That's what I immediately saw on the interwebs as soon as we took Tariq Castro Fields. And again, I've seen him play. Jason Poe from Mercer, Crazy Juice says, can you tell me, Crazy Juice, please, what position they play? I can see where our focus is as a team. What are we focusing on in the free agent world, basically? Oh, that's who CG, that's who he interviewed. Okay, what position does he play? Poe. Sound like a lineman. But our cornerback in the 6th round out of Penn State could definitely be someone who gets playing time for us too this year. These people are going to be him, Samuel Womack. They're going to be our special teams unit this year. We're going to have a great special teams. And that's really what a lot of our picks, I think, were. I think the team is really confident in everybody on the team, with Trey being the quarterback and the new people that we sprinkled in now this year. These are backups. Most of the people that we picked, we drafted for the future. When people's contracts get too big. Y'all know what happens when people's contracts get too big, right? Oh, it's a guard. Okay, offensive line. Said defensive line. I got you. There you go. We signed more linemen. This is just for people for camp. People to push people to spots. We signed a running back in the 3rd round to say, hey, Trey Sermon, Jermichael Hasty, what you doing? Jeff Wilson. Y'all know Jeff Wilson's still on the team. Jermichael Hasty's still on the team. Trey Sermon is on the team. So, and then we just got a 3rd round back. He's supposed to make the team. So somebody has to go. But we also injure a lot of our running backs, even our wideout running backs. So, and then finally, our quarterback of the future, Brock Purdy. Now, they say fire Sudfeld. It says SG Sports Talk. Now, me, the only Brock that I personally like is Brock Lesnar. But if Brock Purdy's going to be in my life going forward, welcome Brock Purdy. We can do a Sudfeld roast. We'll do a Sudfeld roast. SG Sports Talk says he wants to roast. How much roasting did you do in the Jimmy roast, though, SG? You told me you was roasting Jimmy before the roast. And then in the roast, I feel like you didn't roast. I feel like I was the only one roasting. Everybody was watching. But we can do a Sudfeld roast before the season. Before the preseason, we'll do a Nate Sudfeld roast for sure. But Brock Purdy, if he's on our team now, if that's going to be the new Brock in my life, I'll take it. You know? Anybody here watching, please let me know in the chat. Who do you think was our best pick? Hell yeah. Shout out to Brock Lesnar. Dun, 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 dun. Don't make me start doing it. Yeah. So, but now Brock is in my life. That's good. We got a new Brock in my life. Brock Purdy. I'll take it. As long as he doesn't see the field, probably, during regular season games. Other than that, I'm good. Welcome, brother. Salute to Brock. I think we had a good draft. Please let me know in the comments who you think our best pick of the draft was. Drake Jackson, Terrion Davis-Price, Danny Gray, Spencer Buford, Samuel Womack, Nick Zakesh, Kalia Davis, Tariq Castro-Fields, or our quarterback of the future, Brock Purdy. Because right now on Twitter, that's what they're saying. We drafted the quarterback because Trey Lance sucks. Stupid asses. Anyway, Brock Purdy, welcome to the team too, brother. He's only 6 feet tall. I told you, Kyle Shanahan wants to be one of the taller people in the building. Even when he says that, I was like, God damn, how tall is Kyle? Because I'm sure he has a lot of SG Sports Talk says Nate Sudfeld has body odor. I hope you haven't smelled it personally and up close and personal, hopefully. But Brock Purdy is now possibly pushing Nate Sudfeld for a job then, since he's so smelly. They probably prefer to have Brock in the locker room instead of Nate. If Nate smells like shit, I probably would. But Brock is still only 6 feet because Kyle Shanahan has a height complex. He has a lot of complexes, I think. But he's taller than John Lynch. I'm like, damn, how tall is he? He wears those. He might wear some lifted Nikes because he thinks he's cool too. So, but yeah, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 picks in this year's draft. We picked them all. Last night, John Lynch personally said that he was glad they waited for Drake Jackson because he was high on our board instead of moving up to getting anybody else because they actually got to pick Davis Price and Danny Gray. So he said he was really glad that we just stayed pat. Drake Jackson from USC and Compton, shout out to Compton, where I was born, Compton, come right to our lap, and he was able to take the other 2 players without having to trade any of those yesterday draft picks to move up and get somebody. So I think we had a successful draft. I'm going to give it a B as a whole. I gave it a B this morning on Shan Club. Shout out to Shan Club NFL here on YouTube as well. Did a show this morning at 8 a.m. But yeah, I gave it a B then, and I give it a B now. I think we got a solid draft, but not having any first-round pick. Everybody on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram that was saying for the last year how horrible it is that we traded all these picks for Trey Lance. B or B minus? Thank you so much. Crazy Juice gives it a B or B minus. I'll just give it a flat B. I don't want to give him too much, but I ain't gonna do him wrong. I don't feel bad. That's really why I judge it. Like if I took a test and I knew I just wanted that I was gonna ace that motherfucker, but then the instructor comes back and gave me a B. I'll look at it and I'll be like, You know, all right. You know, I didn't fail. I need a D, so I'll take it. And that's kind of how I feel about this draft. I feel like we didn't suck at it, and it would have been hard to. I don't know 3/4 of the names before today, but I'm gonna get acquainted with all of them, like we all are, because they're now part of the faithful. They're now on the NinerGang. NinerGang don't bang. They're now here with us. So I'm gonna get acquainted with them. You're gonna get acquainted with them because we have to, because most of them are gonna make the team. And looking at the names, I don't see too many that's probably gonna get cut. So they're probably gonna be here. So we probably need to get used to them. So prepare to buy their jerseys. And then maybe in a couple of years they say that they're too good to be here and they want to leave. I don't know. But a good, solid draft. We got a quarterback of the future, possibly Brock Purdy. We got a Brock on our team. Period. That's tight. We got a Zach Edge. That's tight. My last name is Jackson, and we drafted Drake, not Aubrey Graham, not the singer. We didn't, not the singer now. We drafted Drake Jackson. My last name is Jackson. So it works. My son's name is Trey. I'm supposed to be here. I'm supposed to be on the 49ers. I am a 49er. So yeah, and my shit works. My son's name's Trey. Our last name is Jackson. We just drafted Drake Jackson out of Compton, where I was born. It was supposed to be. I was supposed to be a fan. So, and I'm sure you feel the same way. So, I think we had a good draft. We took a Jackson. I don't think we could ask for much more. We weren't going to get a superstar because we didn't have a first-round pick. And do we really need any superstars on our team? The coaching staff and most players and fans, that's why we're so hated. You hate what you ain't. So we know we have a good team. We've had a good team for a few years. We just didn't have a great quarterback. That's what you pretty much need to win a Super Bowl these days. So that's why we didn't win a Super Bowl. That's why we only went to the Super Bowl and got just short of the Super Bowl. And the quarterback had the ball in his hands in both of those times, if you remember. But now we have a new quarterback that's going to be starting up. Hit the like button for him. Hit the like button for Trey Lance, please. And we have a brand new team of players coming in this year. We have some of the highest paid players at every position in the league. Important position: middle linebacker, tight end, about to be wide receiver, left tackle, about to be defensive end. We have some of the best players in the league. We have one of the best teams in the league. We are one of the best sets of leadership, even though they piss us the fuck off. Sometimes John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan make me mad. But in a relationship, people make you mad sometimes. Got to get over it, right? Yo, John. What's up, John? How you doing? Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the stream. Welcome in one of our actual moderators, John, all the way in Japan right now. It got to be like the middle of the night right now where you're at, John. I don't know what time it is in Japan. But John, shout out to John from Kyoto, Japan. Thank you. Hit that like button, John, if you're just coming in. I see you already did. That's my man. Say hello to the moderator, folks. But yes, I think we had a solid draft. John, please let me know, and anybody else watching in the chat, let me know what grade you give us for this draft. I gave us a solid B. We got our quarterback of the future, possibly, in Brock Purdy. That's tight, or at least our practice squad quarterback. I got pissed off when we first took Brock at first, immediately. What the hell are we doing taking a quarterback? Shout out to John. Just waking up in the morning, gotta thank God. I don't know, but today seems kind of odd. The draft just stopped. God damn. Jimmy's on the team. God damn. So, well, welcome in. Welcome in, John. We took another quarterback, and Jimmy's still on the team, but I give us still a B, a solid B for the draft. No bucket from the dog. Nope, says John. No small. I don't even need motherfucking hog. So, just yeah, I do. Yes, I do. Just not most of it, but pardon me. We had a good draft. B is what the graded I would give it. Please, if you see this, leave a comment. Let me know what grade you give us for today. We weren't going to land a superstar. I think the closest one we got an opportunity to getting could have been Christian Watson until Green Bay decided to say, okay, we're going to go wide receiver. We're going to take it in the second round, Aaron. One more zinger for you, Aaron. Fuck you, Aaron. Fuck you, Aaron. You fucked over Jeopardy. You made Jeopardy suck for me. And I love Jeopardy. I used to watch it every single day until you spoiled it for me. You soiled it, Aaron Codgers. Your name's too close to Dodgers. Why I hate you. But they made sure they picked a wide receiver in the second round. So they still didn't give in and pick him a first round wide receiver. They may have picked a baller, want to be a baller, but we'll see. So John, since John, thank God, has woken up. But John is just waking up in the morning. Gotta thank God it's 8 a.m. in Kyoto, Japan. And today still seems kind of odd because the draft is ended. So that means that the season's ready to get rolling. Now the gang it don't bang. So quarterback pick, Brock Purdy out of Iowa State. John, as I explained it to our folks, our faithful, why we took a quarterback. Because at first, when they took him, I was watching live. Shout out to Dan Cameron. Thank you for coming in, Dan Cameron. If you're new, hit the like button for me. I appreciate it so much for coming in to the stream. Just trying to go over the draft. Why we picked I think it was a great draft. I really do. Like I said earlier, I think it's like, a B. You take a test. You think you're going to want to get an A. You think you're going to ace that shit, right? I'm going to kill this test, right? And you take it, and then all of a sudden, the instructor comes up, hand you your test back, or you whatever, how the fuck you get it back, and then you look at it, and you're like, you got a B. You're like, all right, cool. I'm straight. I'm all right. You got a B. So that's what I give us for the draft. I don't think we need to get an A and hit out the park. I think our team is already an A. I think that our roster is already an A roster. We just didn't have an A quarterback. And we'll see if we do now. Shout out. Thanks for coming in. Sincerely. Again, hit the like button on your way in, on your way out. I sincerely appreciate it. And subscribe to the channel if you're new. So you can make sure you have your notifications on and get in at the beginning of the streams all the time. But I think we took Brock Purdy. For one, I was pissed at first. Then I took a breath and I thought, why did we do that? And it hit me right away. Okay, we only have 2 quarterbacks on this team, folks. At least in my heart. We might legit or literally have more than 2 quarterbacks on the West. We got 4 now, but we may have had more than 2 quarterbacks at the start of today. In my heart, we only got 2. But so we got training camp coming up. We got mini camp coming up, half practice, junior mini camp, play day camp, all that shit coming up that only 2 people right now, 2 people are going to be able to participate in. That couple, that Hollywood couple, Trey Sudfeld. You know how they put together superstars' names and shit like that? Kim Ye or whatever, you know what I mean? Or Kardashian or whatever. All that stuff. Oh, you're saying you got me. Okay. Yeah, fucking autocorrect. I hate autocorrect. Shout out to not having autocorrect. Except for exactly when you want it and need it. And John says, our moderator, shout out to John, of course. You're right on point. The quarterback pick only assures that Jimmy is leaving. Because we don't have a practice squad quarterback, folks. You know who that was last year? Oh, Trey Lance. You know where he plays this year? Up under Alex Mack's ass. So somebody has to replace him. And his name is Brock Purdy. Now, the only Brock I've ever had in my life, literally, was Brock Lesnar. And I love me some Brock Lesnar. But now I have 2. Now I got Brock Purdy because he's my practice squad quarterback, my OTA's quarterback. When we go to hopefully they trade his monkey ass by June 1st. But if not, Jimmy Garoppolo's not going to be ready to play come the summer. So we need 3 quarterbacks on the team that actually have arms that they can do something other than putting that around a lady. Jimmy is gonzo. Hell yeah. Dan Kamara, hopefully I said Kamara or Kamara. Hopefully I pronounced your name correctly. Here in the chat, thank you. It says Jimmy is gone. Jimmy is gonzo. He's going to be gone very soon. Brock's about to get a ring. Well, Brock always has championships. Brock goes with titles. We got a Brock. Think about that, folks. The name Brock is just synonymous with championships. So boom, we got the ring coming. The quest for 6 is about to end. Him sitting right on the bench. As long as he don't see the field, I'm fine with it. Welcome, Brock. So, yeah, he probably about to get a ring. Trey's gonna lead us right into that. We hope. I think we did good with the draft. We didn't need to knock anything out the park. I don't think there was anything that we could knock out the park because we already knocked our quarterback out the park. If you don't believe it, you better get on the train early. Because I'm not going to accept you back on Twitter, on Facebook, on Instagram, here on this channel. When he doing these offensive player of the year and shit, Trey Lance, you better get on Trey way. Get on the Trey train. When he starts balling, and people say, "Oh yeah, I knew it." No, you didn't. I knew it. I got video proof. Do you? So, again, everybody, please in the comments if you can, just let me know if you're watching. What grade do you give us? I gave us a B. Like you wanted an A, but you got the paper and you saw it was a B, and you were like, "Oh, it's all right. I'm good with it. I don't need an A. I didn't get an F. I didn't get a C. You know, I think we got a solid B. I think we fill needs, as I think Dan said earlier in the comments. We fill needs. That's what we had to do, and we short up our special teams. These players, Danny Gray runs a 4.33. That's Marquise Goodwin. That's burner. That's just a tick below Mr. Raheem. He's going to be playing on special teams, at least his first season, and then getting a chance in the games to take the top off, knock the top off somebody's dome every once in a while. John gives us a B+ only because our team is still good and we didn't have a first-round pick. That's what I'm saying. That's why I gave us a solid B. How much better could we have done? We didn't have a first-round pick. We have Trey Lance. That's our first-round pick for this year. He's our first-round pick for, I think, next year too, right? So, but, you know, they keep saying online, on Twitter, you better be a Hall of Famer. Somebody said that today. So we took Drake Jackson, which, again, my last name is Jackson, so I can't be mad. We took Drake Jackson. I saw it on Twitter right away. I don't know who the fuck it was, some idiot. He right away says, "Oh, fucking took Drake. Who is this guy? And Trey Lance better be a Hall of Famer. We'd have a first. Shut your stupid ass up. Put your phone down." Twitter thumb thug. So I think we just need to breathe. Understand that we already have a great team. I really believe we have a great team. And I don't want to make this a Jimmy Garoppolo bashing session. That's already on the channel down below in some of the other videos. Check it out. That was a live stream. We did that last week. It was fun. But we didn't have a great quarterback. But I think we have a great team. And we have a great organization. And I think we got great things coming in the future. So with that, I'm going to say thank everybody for coming in. Thank you so much for watching the stream. If you're new to the channel, I sincerely appreciate you following through. Hit the like button for me. Share the video if you don't mind so people get a chance to see us. And Dan Camara, I hate doing that shit too. But Dan says he wishes that he knows that we got faster, so he's good with it. Let's go. NinerGang or don't bang. Absolutely. We got faster. Danny Gray runs in 4.3. What? 4.33. That's elite speed. He's a track star. 15 years old. He won 100 meters or something like that in high school when he was 15. Drake Jackson, he has a first step off the line like D Ford had before all his back issues. And then we got one of our linemen, I think it was at UTSA. He's a Q Dog. Shout out to the Q Dogs. I didn't go to college. My son's going to college. Maybe he'll join a sorority or whatever it is for men. Fraternity. Not sorority. Don't join a sorority, son. Join a fraternity. But he's a Q Dog. He was dancing and hopping and shit. This motherfucker did a split on the field. Fucking 6'4", 300 pounds. So that was a good pickup. I think we did all right. I think we did okay. So please leave a comment if you get a chance to see this now or later. Let me know what you think about the draft. Subscribe to the channel. Turn on your notification bells, at least for this channel, or all the ones you really want to see. So you get a chance to get notified when I drop something new or when we are live. I'm going to watch the conferences between John and Kyle, see what they lied to us about today, and then I will upload a video later on today on the channel just to kind of get my thoughts on that. So thank you, everybody, for watching. The draft is over. That means the season is rolling. It's about time to get started. NinerGang, stay faithful. Y'all be safe, and thank you so much for watching again.